Okay, so for starters, acne can be a very serious issue. It can affect your self-esteem, it's painful, it's uncomfortable. Nobody likes acne. And the reason why I decided to do this video was because March 1st was my 23rd birthday, and for some strange reason, out of the blue, my skin started to break out like crazy. Like, I had never seen anything like it. My cheeks were all messed up. Like, I was getting all sorts of pimples and bumps out of the blue. Typically, I don't usually break out, but when I do break out, it's really extreme. But I just want to be clear that there are some things that we cannot control, okay? Sometimes acne might occur because of hormones, because of your menstrual cycle might be close to that, or because of the environment. Those are things that we cannot really control. So if you try some of these that I'm going to suggest and you feel like your skin is still not bouncing back or doing what it's supposed to, or you feel like it's just getting worse, maybe you should go to your doctor or dermatologist and see what's really going on and see if the issue is bigger than not removing your makeup properly or picking the wrong facial cleanser. Okay, so I just wanted to start with that. So I, for the month of March, basically spent my time, because I'm like, I do not like my skin broken out. I'm used to clear skin. It's a shock to my system. Like, it's like, what is going on? I was trying different remedies, different things to see like what could be causing my breakouts. So the first thing I'm going to start with is not removing your makeup properly. Typically, I do makeup videos all the time. I have a makeup page. I'm always wearing makeup, like specifically for my content, but I don't wear it on a day-to-day. But I realized, and these are things that I just found out just looking up stuff, researching, you know, looking at possible causes. I do not have a makeup remover. And you might think, as a makeup artist, why haven't I had one all this time? Well, truthfully, my skin had been fine, you know, without one, and all I would do is just cleanse my face after a look, and then that's it. But then I said, you know what? I need to try something different and really tackle what is going on with my skin. I read some reviews and I went and purchased this cleansing water. And I was skeptical about it. The reviews were awesome, but you know, anytime I'm trying a new product, I'm always a little bit iffy because I'm like, you know, what if this doesn't work out? I had gotten into the habit of using this to remove my makeup and even just use it on my face even when I don't have on makeup, just to see if there's any dirt or residue. And that's when I started to realize that, you know, I should have been using a makeup remover all this time, because even after I wash my face sometime, there is still makeup residue. You understand? And this really gets into the pores. It's very gentle in the skin. So that was the first change that I made, and that helped my skin tremendously. Another thing that could be causing your acne is diet. Diet. Maybe you are consuming too much oil, too much sugar, or for some, too much dairy. Everybody's body reacts differently to these things, so you have to be more cognizant of how much of this you are intaking. I did differently is I didn't necessarily change my diet, but I increased my water intake. I made sure that I drank more water, and what I did this week, if you follow my social media, I made like a I filled up my jug with some water, and I just cut up some cucumbers because I heard that they're full of antioxidants and they're good for the skin, and I made it a habit to drink that water consistently for 3 days in 1 week. And honestly, I had pimples all right here, all on the side of my face. They were swollen, they were painful, and I believe that because I started to take that, it made the inflammation go down. I just felt a difference. All of the like pain that I would feel when I would touch my face, it just started to go down, and eventually they went away. You have to be very mindful of what you're eating, and maybe just, if you're not necessarily willing to change your diet per se, increase how much water you are taking, and it will help. And it also helped my skin to even appear softer, appear, you know, just look more rejuvenated. I feel like I have more of a glow since I decided to change, to increase my water intake. Now the next thing that you might be doing is you might have a cleanser that is too harsh on the skin, or you might be cleansing your face too often. Okay, I usually use the Aveeno Absolutely Ageless, and I'm not sure if they have changed the formula or whatever, but usually it works so good on my skin. And I realized that there's this very strong fragrant smell now, stronger than it usually is, and when I would wash my face would feel very, very dry and kind of rough afterwards, and I'm like, this can't be good. I feel like my skin is just getting more irritated more than anything. So I switched my facial cleanser, and I ended up getting the Clean and Clear Continuous Control Acne Cleanser. And I had read a lot of reviews. Guys, when you are trying new products on your skin, make sure you always look at reviews first. Look at what skin types usually use it, if they're oily, you know, combination, dry, what have you. Always look into that when you look at the reviews, and even when you read the product, okay? But I switched to the Clean and Clear, and since I've been using it, this also helped with the inflammation. Now on the package it says after 1 week of use, skin is visibly clearer and less oily, and I must admit, since I've been using this, my skin has cleared up. Now it could be because of all the other things that I've considered as well, but I definitely don't feel the dryness after I wash my face like I did with the Aveeno. I feel like the Aveeno was maybe too harsh. My skin's changing, I'm getting older, who knows, but this definitely saved the day, and I think that it's also helped to keep my acne under control. Now back to you washing your skin too often. Now your skin naturally has oils on it, and from the things that I've read, if you wash your face too much, you're going to dry out your skin, and that can cause a lot of irritation. That can cause a lot of oil to reproduce, so that could also be a leading cause to breakouts. So make sure that if you have a very harsh cleanser, that you're not cleaning your face too often. I would say to clean your face once in the morning, once at night, but since I've switched this, on the directions it says when you're first starting to use it, gradually use it. So use it once a day, and then as you go on, use it in the morning and in the night. And for me, using it once a day was good enough. The next thing you might need to consider is your hair. Your hair. Now my hair is cut very short now, and since my hair has been cut, my hair is always in my face. So to tackle the real issue, I said to myself, maybe I need to consistently go a week with having my hair out of my face. If I am wearing my hair out, I need to have on a headband, or it needs to be pulled back, because we really want to find out what exactly is wrong with my skin. I feel like this has helped a lot, because I would also get a lot of breakouts around my cheek, and I realized my hair touches my cheeks a lot, and it's helped to prevent a lot of just unnecessary friction onto my face. Plus, if you're using hair products, you know, sometimes it can go and clog your pores, which could be the reasons why you are breaking out. Also, when you are sleeping at night, you have to make sure that you're tying up your hair and washing your pillowcases frequently. If your hair is oily, it carries a lot of oil, or if it's dirty, you know, you could be allowing all the dirt and all that other stuff from your pillow to go into your face at night while you're sleeping. So you have to make sure that you're changing your pillowcases frequently, and that you are also maybe tying up your hair if you want to go the extra mile to make sure that you are not causing your own breakouts. This is something that I also read and never really considered it, and I was getting a lot of breakouts right here as well. And that is not cleaning your phone. I read in an article, I cannot remember the name of it, that you can have traces of E. coli on your phone, which is bacteria, and it can go onto your skin and cause breakouts. And I'm like, that doesn't apply to me because I don't really go on the phone that much, but you don't have to go on the phone that much. Silly me. So what I did to prevent this is I got some alcohol, lightly put some alcohol into a cotton round, and cleaned off the screen of my phone. If you do not have earphones are another good alternative. You might need to use some alcohol and just occasionally clean off the screen, because the bacteria from your phone is definitely going onto your face. Think about it. Your hands have oil and bacteria, and if you're like me and you text all day and you're scrolling on Instagram, all of the stuff that's on your hand is on your phone. And when you take your phone, you're putting that all onto your face. You should probably get in the habit of cleaning your phone screen or using headphones if you feel like the alcohol isn't doing enough. Exfoliating. Now, what I'm going to say about exfoliating is, for some, exfoliating keeps their skin in check, but if you are like me and you have sensitive skin, you cannot exfoliate with a deep exfoliant. A deep exfoliant, something like this, St. Ives Deep, might be way too harsh on the skin. If you feel like you have exfoliating in your skin regimen and you like it, maybe switch to a more gentle or moderate exfoliant, because when you constantly exfoliate every single day with your skin, all you are doing is irritating your skin and making it thinner and thinner and thinner. And I learned this very young because I over exfoliated. It just caused a series of breakouts constantly, and my skin was dry, it was flaky, and that happened all over my forehead. So if you are exfoliating too much, stop exfoliating. Maybe if you are exfoliating every day, switch to exfoliating only twice a week. Personally, I do not exfoliate anymore unless I feel like I have on some really heavy makeup and I removed it and I feel like my skin has like just that extra dead skin or like makeup that's deeply into my pores. If some of you are like me and you use like I don't know what the right name for this is, but you use a machine like this for your face, there can be a few things that you are doing wrong with the machine. The first thing is the bristles might be too rough for your skin and it might cause you to be over exfoliating. So if you feel like you are scraping your skin, maybe the head is way too rough And you should also make sure that you are switching the head of your machine probably, I don't know, I wouldn't say too often, because when you start off with the bristles, they will generally be rougher in the beginning, and then, you know, after a while they will get dull. But I would say make sure that you are sanitizing this, maybe steaming it in some hot water just to get any of the bacteria that might be left behind. I say the reason why I use this is because I used to wash my face with my hands, and I felt like, you know, my hands were very oily, so it wasn't really doing me any justice. So that could be another reason as well. There are tons of alternatives, such as, this looks like a shower head to me, I just can't think of the right name of it, but there are different things that you can use. They have gloves, they have all different things that you can use so that you are not putting your hands directly on your skin. The next thing could be, you're touching your face way too much. As mentioned with the whole phone situation, your hands get used to touch everything during the day. Regardless of how many times you wash your hands, it still might not be enough, and you know, the soap might not be killing all the bacteria. I'm not saying you have to be super crazy about how many times you wash your hands, but please be mindful of how much you are touching your face. Outside of bacteria, sometimes hands can carry a lot of oil, and constantly touching your face could be causing your breakouts. Picking at pimples. And this is something that I read. Sometimes, you know, we hate how our face looks. We have this disgusting pimple on our face and we just want to squeeze it. We just want to get rid of it. It's painful, it's ugly, it's red. Sometimes it might be cystic. We want it to go away, right? Well, or it might have like bacteria in it. We want it to go away. Well, when you pop your pimples, sometimes when you do that, you are not extracting all of the bacteria. So sometimes the bacteria is left behind and it can go into other pores around and just cause constant reoccurring acne. Constant. If you have not figured out the cause of your acne, right, and you just keep getting these pimples, try your very best not to touch them. Ice is a good remedy to kind of like ease the swelling for a little bit. I know that's very temporary, but please try your very best to not touch your face and pick at the pimples, because in the long run you're gonna have a lot of scars and your pimples are not going to immediately go away. Your makeup is dirty. Sanitizing makeup is very important, and I think that I need to do a whole video on itself about makeup and how to sanitize it. Just like you need to sanitize it, it's very important to make sure that you are washing your brushes. This is a dirty brush right here, but you want to make sure that after use you wash your brushes ahead of time for the next use, so that you are not putting old dirty makeup onto your face and bacteria that could be left in the brushes. Also want to sanitize your makeup, and how you can do that is by taking alcohol, putting it in a spray bottle, and just lightly spraying a mist of alcohol over your blushes, over your eyeshadows, and this will help to let some of that bacteria go away. Okay guys, I would recommend 99% alcohol for that, but you cannot keep using, reusing dirty brushes. Just like your face needs to be washed, your brushes definitely need to be washed too. So I kid you not, I took all of these things into consideration, and it is now towards the end of March and my skin is drastically clearer besides the more obvious reasons like your environment or your hormones, or you know, like if you're going through puberty, whatever, there are things that you could be doing daily that are impacting your skin and you don't even know it. I took my time, did my research, and looked into these things and made these changes, and within a month, it hasn't even been a full month, today is March 23rd, within 23 days my skin has cleared tremendously. I just want to put a disclaimer that these remedies or these bad habits might not be the root cause of your issue, but they can definitely help you to prevent acne in the future and keep it under control per se, as much as you can. So there you have it. These are the different habits that can cause breakouts. I hope this video was helpful. This in no way, shape, or form was made to cure acne. These are just ways of prevention to help prevent breakouts or help you to look into why you might potentially be breaking out. Again, if you have severe acne and you feel like you've tried everything, I'd recommend that you go to your doctor or dermatologist, because they might, you know, they are professional and they might have some insight onto what is actually going on with your body and going on with you. So I hope that this was helpful to you guys. You know, I think that I'm going to be doing like a series of skin videos, because I was on a very strict routine this month to try to get my skin back in shape. I looked into all of these potential issues and tried to correct as many of them as I can, in addition to creating my own skin routine. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Love you so much. I'll see you next time, and I hope to upload some more skin videos for you guys.